Well, let's get started with our first mission, Battle Hill. Run to the southwest. When you reach the enemy, lock on, order your teammate to attack, and start shooting. Try to keep the enemy buddy between you and your teammate to help keep him from running away easily. Now onto our second mission, on your bike. Immediately switch buddies, start heading north, and order your teammate to build an Uzi. When you get to the enemy base, take the crate off the stacking pad and start shooting the buddy with the crate. Once your teammate builds his Uzi, if the enemy buddy starts running away, order your teammate to attack him and start shooting the other one. When you're down to just one buddy left, make sure your teammate is set to attack him, and you can start shooting the bike to release it. Once the bike is released, simply take it back to your base. Along this river path, try to keep it straight here to save those fractions of a second. Hug the last turn tight and take it to the bike pad. And now onto That's Rubbish. So at the start, we're going to pick up the trash can, switch buddies, build ourselves an Uzi. I'm going to order my teammate to build an Uzi as well as a backup in case we need them to help us take out the enemy buddies. Going to build our Uzi, reorder my teammate to build theirs, and then I'm going to head right to the enemy base. Going to take out the first buddy here going to their base. Now they're going to try to run away. Do your best to intercept them if you can, and then take out the second buddy. If your teammate builds their Uzi, you can order them to attack, and especially if the enemy gets too far away, you don't want to run far away from their base. So we're going to pick up the trash can there, grab a piece of trash, take out this tree for rocket boots power up, grab the first trash can, head left here. We have 1, 2, and 3 pieces of trash here. Go all the way to the southwest corner of the map where we have a piece of trash in this corner and a trash can. Go a little bit around this alcove for another piece of trash, and then we're going to head to this last city part where we have 1, 2, a hidden third piece of trash, and a fourth one right here. And we're going to go left to the trash can, jump up, and get it to finish the level. A couple of tips for the jump to the final trash can here. As we do this jump, it is not the intended way to pick up that last trash can. If you still have the rocket boots coming out of the city, we're going to run into this rock here that's going to move us in place for the correct positioning to make that jump up to the trash can. So we're simply going to hold left, run into the rock. We're going to slow down. It's going to move us up a little, and as soon as we start moving again past the rock, just press jump and go right into finishing the level. Now, if you don't have the rocket boots going into this part, you're going to think that we jump into this alcove and it'll work, but not quite. We have to actually be a little bit down from it, and then you jump and you'll go into it if you're at the right spot. But if you're having trouble with that jump, the other way to do it is to simply go at a diagonal angle so we can come from the top right and jump into it that way. That's probably the easiest way to do it for a beginner. And now onto the final level of the first area, we have Bow Wow Kerpow. So this level is actually, unfortunately, an auto-scroller of sorts, as this 5-minute timer at the top we have to wait to finish. So I just like to run up north above our base, grab this lovely Gatling gun, and take out the enemy. And that's the 100% done right there. Now we just have to defend our base from walking bombs that are going to spawn once every 30 seconds or so. So we just keep doing this for 5 minutes and don't let them reach our base. And now on to Country Vile here. So to start, we are going to be building ourselves a heavy weapon, which is going to be the Gatling gun here. So we're going to go and throw these blocks. Now when starting out, you don't have to worry about doing this. This is just slightly quicker than running back and forth. So I like to practice it on this level since you have the time. Build a Gatling gun, and ooh, if we have an enemy come at us, just defend yourself. We're going to hit that little teleport spot here and go straight to their base. We're going to keep the base between ourselves and the enemies, so that way you see the grenades there help take out the base as well as themselves. Let's take out the rest of the enemies here. Jump on that little platform, which is going to take us straight to the other base. Start taking it out, which will basically call the enemy buddies to defend it. They will then again start taking themselves out. Try not to let them get the shield, but if they do, just move on to taking out other buddies. We are facing medics here, so do your best to not let them get in melee range of you, because it will basically make it so you can't attack for a little bit. Once you take out the enemy team, we're going to go around this little ridge, come down here, and then we get to the tractor. Now we just take this back to our base. If you get low on health like I did here, just make sure you stay away from those time bombs, because they do deal quite a bit of damage here. We're going to stay close to these bushes here and just take the straight track back to the base there. And on to Quarrelsome Quarry. Another deathmatch stage like the first level we played. There's one of these in every world. So we're just going to come to the middle, get some crates, and we're going to make a Gatling gun again. Going to throw blocks to my stacking pad. I do like to throw an extra fifth crate in case the team that spawns to the south of you does like to come take your block occasionally, although it looks like he didn't this time. Build a Gatling gun and just start taking out the enemy here. I don't know what Orange is doing down there. I do like to stay in the middle to start. Keep an eye on and take out the teams as much as you can. You do want to try to make sure you're taking out teams one at a time, so they aren't rebuilding their buddies, slowing your speedrun down. And that looks like all the enemies here, but you see we took them all out and the match isn't over yet. If this ever happens, you need to go to the left here, as on the bottom left side of the map is a tractor, I think, spawn, that for some reason the enemies like to get in occasionally. I don't know why. But a little note about vehicles here is when an AI buddy is in a vehicle, it will not leave until that vehicle is destroyed, even if it's a useless vehicle like that. Another quick note on this stage, you may run out of ammo. You see I'm kind of low. If that happens, we can take out this tree for a max ammo pickup. So after you find the hidden buddy there to the southwest and take him out, that is the actual end of the stage. And again, that doesn't always happen, but if you don't see any buddies in the middle and the stage hasn't ended, do look out for that. And now for Piggy in the middle. So same start as the last couple levels. We're just going to build a Gatling gun. The weapon is that good, so we always want it. Run past this first patch of trees, start shooting to take out this one here. We're going to grab the Gun Frenzy in it. Run up to the base, start taking it out. Enemies should follow suit to help you. If you get close to an enemy medic there, they will grab you. So you do want to try to stay out of their melee range. If they run away from you, get away from you, and you've taken out their base already, go ahead and move on to the next base, because they will come after you. It's not like they can build more buddies. Make our way to the second base here. Now, there is sometimes a buddy in that turret. If there is, just try to do your best to jump past the turret and start attacking the enemy base. In this base especially, you do want to make sure to try to grab that shield. because that little small area is very dangerous. So as far as the pigs, I am meleeing them to stun them, and then you can pick them up. If they, I guess, get rid of their stun, they can come out of your grip. You just have to stun them again. Make your way to the final base here and start taking it out. Again, anyone with Gatling guns, you do have to be careful of. Try to stay out of their way. They can take you out quickly. Do your best to grab a shield and start taking out the enemy. Again, anyone with a Gatling gun, you'd want to try to take out first if you can target them. But after that, take out all the enemies, grab the pig, and make your way back to the middle. Alright, now we have our first kind of actual boss battle here in the Wrong Brothers. So as a first for this mission too, notice that our base starts destroyed, or so we can't build anything. Two-phase mission here. First phase is a bit of an auto-scroller where we have this bus here delivering generals that we have to make sure they get home. But you see, we're going to do like the pigs, where we're going to melee them, knock them out, pick them up, and drag them home. Normally, you have to wait for them to walk, depending on how they are, either straight to their home or they do a little bit of a detour. So we're going to make that faster by just knocking them out and taking them home ourselves. So stand right here next to this back door. Knock them out, grab them, take them home. So the dangerous part here, you can see the airplane flying around, dropping bombs occasionally. Those bombs are what can take out the generals there. This bus is, I don't think indestructible, but it has a lot of health. It won't die by the bombs. You don't have to worry about removing bombs from the bus. Take that general home. I'll say, especially with this general, there is a very small chance, but a chance nonetheless, that the game will glitch. It will say general saved. You will see the number go up in the top left, but he will still be in your hands and the bus won't move. If that happens, just drop the general and then keep punching him to take him out. He will despawn, but the game still says that you saved him, and then the bus will get moving. So you see, when we get after that third person here, I do like to change the camera so I can still easily see the general here as they come out. Go there, take this fourth one home. Oh, see, just like that. Trying to get him to get by the bombs, but he didn't. Nope, don't die. So, yeah, if you're lucky enough for the bombs to drop down right there as well, you can try to have the general get blown up instead. So this last house we're going for is right up here. We just got to wait for the bus. Since we're going that way, I'm going to hit the general this way. And general saved. After that, we have to run back to our base here. Now, this is where I would say if you have a legally acquired rip of this game of yours, definitely make a save state there in order to get used to flying the plane. Because this, I do have a hard time, not necessarily controlling it, but trying to actually make sure I hit the brothers here. But anyway, we want to get behind them. Try to follow them, and then, yeah, especially as they're turning there, just shoot ahead of them, and then you can take them out. Well, if they ever fly outside the level like you saw there at the end, you can't actually hit them. You have to wait until they come back into the stage itself. And the first stage of the desert here is Annihilation. So here we have another basically auto-scroller. We have to wait for the time to count down. So for this stage, I say just have fun. Build a team, order them to build more teammates, kit yourselves out with some powerful weapons, and have fun. Maybe build a tank or two if you're so inclined. But for the 100% and probably even the 80% of this run, do make sure that you take out the enemy bases. Don't mess up and forget that lovely thing that needs to be done. And now for Sphinx Jinx. So similar to the last deathmatch stage, we're just going to go ahead and build the power weapon, which is a flamethrower here in the desert area. And we're going to go take everyone out. So as I come around here, I do like to wait a moment for the team that spawns above me to come around and start taking them out. This way you quickly get rid of one of the teams. Now, as you see in the center area here, you do see some neutral NPCs that start attacking everybody. You do want to do your best to maybe corral enemies into them and to leave them alone, because they do have shotguns. They will take you out quickly. Only other worry here on this stage is you may potentially, again, run out of ammo, because this flamethrower does chew through it. I see we have one more enemy. Are they in the in? Yeah, they're on the inside, I think, here. Or see how the enemy in the center did take them out, which is what we want to see. So yeah, generally don't even have to go to the enemy's base. It is best to just kind of sit in and around the middle here, maybe around like those kind of gates or those openings on the sides, but just stay around there and you'll get this mission done quickly. And now moving on to Camel Strain. This is our first mission here that despite having a sub-objective, we're going to be doing the same thing for any percent and 100%. Main reason being that sub-objective of taking out all the enemy buddies might as well be mandatory. So start here, we're going to build a ninja and then build a pocket rocket for him to use. After that, it does not matter what our first buddy does. We're just going to be using this ninja here. So come down here, grab that Gatling gun, and then we're going to head over to the enemy base. Start taking out a couple of the enemy buddies here. We're waiting to see when it says drop zone activated at the bottom. Then we're going to wait about 10 seconds here and start heading to the camels there to our left. Once they get to this point, they're going to stop, and we have to give them a little tap with our gun in order to get them to keep moving. This is our first escort mission, but for the most part, the camels do move on their own after that stopping point. So we're going to come here, finish taking out the enemy buddies here. Do be careful if any of them get a flamethrower. They do take you out quicker than you take them out with the Gatling gun. Alright, start moving over to the camels here. When they get this far, Mega Crate's going to drop. You usually do have to get in the plane and move it. Otherwise, the camels will get stuck. Now, if the animals do get stop moving here, sometimes they will just stop. Just give them a little tap, and they will generally get started again. Guess as a tip, with taking out the enemy team, you actually don't want to take them out too quick. I know that sounds weird, but it seems that fighting them or maybe being away from the camels is what lets them get through quickly. Now, to kind of show the intended way to do this mission and why we try to stay away from the camels here is as we go through this area here, in between the bases, you see the camels stop whenever they see the lizards here. And they could be in front of them, they could be behind them. They will just stop and potentially turn around like you saw that first one doing. And these lizards respawn quickly, so it is really hard to get through this the way it was initially intended. See, even as we come on here, come up, camel's getting through, but then a lizard spawns right in the way. They will slowly make their way up, but you see they've kind of split apart. I got one here, but the rest are all stuck back there because of a lizard. If this happens, if you get to this point, you just have to take out the lizards and hope for the best here. You see, we got one camel all the way back here, and we have to get them started again. So we got our second camel here. Oh, but we got to move the crate. That's why you have to open that mega crate there. And then sometimes you get this where the camel just does not want to move. And you have to be careful because if you're this close to the missile, the auto turret there, it will attack you, but it will hit the nearest thing. And if it's not you, it might hit a camel and take it out. So you do want to make sure not to do that. So you notice how when I was away trying to get another buddy there, that the camel did finish going through the ravine there. So your best bet is most likely to just stay away from them and let them get through. And now on to Hoorah. This is another stage that, despite having a sub-objective, you will be doing it even in an any % run, as the what the game considers the Staff of Ra is a really powerful weapon that's going to get you the quickest way to beat the stage. So we're going to teleport there immediately in the beginning, get the attention of a few of these enemy buddies, and have them shoot this Sphinx here. Try to grab the shield out of the first one, and then try to get a few of their attention, and then have them shoot the bottom Sphinx. Now, it's not terribly important which Sphinx you go for first. It's just the fact that the top one does give a shield. I do like to use it to try to help get the second one done quicker. Anyway, grab the Gun Frenzy, and we're going to use this Anka, or the Staff of Ra, to take out all the enemies really quickly. Unfortunately, one was running away there. But we just need to go up to this teleporter, which will take us to there, and that ends the stage. Alright, and moving on to Flock Rocking Blitz here. So thing of note for the next few stages, all the stages in this world, weapons cause some sort of explosion or recoil damage, so be aware of that to not hurt yourself. So we're going to grab some crates here. So you see the enemy is going to want to take one of your crates, so throw an extra one. At least come here. We are going to build a 4-pack rocket. Run up to the left. Take out this tree, which is going to have a shield in it. Grab it and start causing mayhem here in the middle. Now, hopefully, some of the buddies should have started attacking each other here. But any buddies that are focusing on crates, take them out while other ones with weapons are hopefully using them. So we're going to come out to the right there once that shield's gone and take out that tree in order to get the Gun Frenzy and use that to start taking out any buddies. Now, we do want to focus on buddies that are outside the center platform. Just try to keep things simple. And they go to the edge because they have blue crates that will give you a lot of health or ammo, which you can also use yourself if you need. But basically from here on out, it is just stay in the center, take out all the enemies. And if you don't see any enemies in the middle, then check the crate spawns to the left and right to make sure there are no buddies there trying to heal. And moving on to nursery crimes here. Our next escort mission that we love. So start out, we're just going to run immediately to the bottom right here. Follow this little path. And we're going to grab the sheep here. So you might notice here, so it's still an escort quest, but they behave differently than the camels. These ones don't move on their own. I am herding them. I am following behind them specifically. I am pushing them in the direction that I want them to go. You see that they might split up. If they do, try to get the sheep that is furthest behind and push them back to the flock. Alright, so once we get around to this corner here, I like to change my camera 90 degrees here as we keep going. Once we get around here, there are wolves in the area. If you need to, just melee them a couple times to get them away from the sheep. And we're going to keep pushing. Once they get past this point here, right here, this checkpoint, we're good to move on. So we're going to jump from the grass up this waterfall. We're going to get the mega crate when it drops. We're going to jump up along this wall. And 2 shots to take out this house. Now this thing is very powerful. You do not want to be close to the buddy that you are trying to hit with it. So as we move along with red, you see we are mainly going to be hitting buddies from far away while red follows us. Generally, 1 hit to an enemy buddy, those first 2, will make them leave you alone. But if they do heal enough and start coming back for you, just make sure to run behind red in order to lock onto the enemy buddy and try to shoot them another time to get them off of you. But otherwise, just come back here with red to your base, and that's it. And to go over a potentially easier strat when learning this game, when we get the multi-orb gun here, jump up to the right here and just take out the enemy's head on if that's easier for you. So we can jump over there, quickly take out this first cyborg here. And then we can go and move on to the buddies. Now, if you see a buddy in the turret there, just shoot it from afar. Don't get close to it because it will take you out quickly. And usually when you take out one buddy, the other one will come your way. And after a couple shots, that'll be it. So with all the enemy buddies gone, you can then go to the house and have a safe walk back to your base. Now into Camouflage Sabotage, another defend mission where we have 2 buildings to the west of our base that we have to defend. Luckily, this mission we can end early by taking out all the enemies. So to start, we're going to order a 4-pack rocket build. Go to this tree just to the left and get the ammo cache. Then the first buddy that's going for the buildings, we want to attack and take out. They have an upgraded 4-pack rocket, which we want to help our damage. Then take out the rest of the yellow buddies that are on foot. They should be somewhere between your and their base at the top right. You can see that there is an orange and a yellow tank. You can ignore them for now. If you try to take out the yellow tank and fully finish off the yellow team, the orange team will likely finish a second tank, which will make the mission take longer. You can try to disrupt them making their weapons. That will make your job easier, but you still want to do your best to try to not hit yourself. Oh, I got lucky here with that bear hitting that enemy. Otherwise, yeah, I would want to take that third orange enemy out with my rockets. And now I'm going to take out this tank and then finish off the orange team. There's a pumped up there. And just so you know, there's another max ammo here if you need. A lot of trees in this stage have a pumped up or a max ammo. So now we're moving on and taking out the last enemy unit. We want to stay away from the tank when it explodes so it doesn't damage us. and then take out the final buddy. Now on to You Fiend, our next boss battle of this game. So we're going to run northwest here and get some cluster grenades. Then we're going to run down and take out this teleport node while we are also looking out for a shadow because the boss is currently cloaked. You see him there. We're taking out these teleport nodes so that way he does not teleport away from us. Now, I'm not 100% sure how it works. You see he teleported there, so we're going to run to the right and take out this third node here. Anyway, there he is, so now we can attack him. What I was trying to say is what I don't know how it works is there's technically a fourth node on this map, but he doesn't seem to teleport after taking out 3 of them. So I seem to have gotten lucky here, and he's just stuck and not attacking me. But normally you just want to circle strafe him while throwing grenades, as he will shoot missiles at you, but as long as you're circle strafing, they will not reach you. Now once we take out the tank, we have the boss himself. Now if you're feeling dangerous, you can just run up right to him, just outside of melee range, and he'll attack you with the multi-orb gun and take himself out. If you die as well, you still get the win because you don't actually lose until your boots despawn. But the safer way of completing this boss is running back up to the beginning here, grabbing this shield, and then running up to the enemy so he takes himself out, but you're safe. Up next is Ice Cream, our next deathmatch stage. Start here, we are going to build ourselves a grenade. Go and throw 2 grenades over here to this little snowman head. We get our mega crate. Hop in, and we just take everyone out with the Harrier here. Little tip while using the Harrier is you can hold R1 in order to stay in place if you need. R1 kind of immediately slows you down, and then you can strafe left, right, up, and down. Now on to Hurdy Birdie, the mission I keep going between being the worst one. This is our next escort quest here. We're going to start by building a grenade again. Get right up on the penguins here, making sure they follow you. We're going to run left here. Going to ignore the whole escorting of the penguins part of the mission for now. Jump up on this little rock. Come over here. Throw 2 ice grenades. This is going to look very familiar. Get into the Harrier and start taking out the enemy. Ooh, knocked him up. That's a little unfortunate. So we're going to go to the other base. If you want to try, you can get close to the ground to knock those crates out of the way. Kind of helps the penguins get through, but if you miss them, that is okay. So depending on how long you take, there you can see I have 4 buddies here I have to take out. There's usually 3, with one of them being a stealth unit, so do make sure if you only take out 2, make sure that there is indeed not a stealth unit around. There is very occasionally sometimes too, but once all the enemies are gone, we can leave the Harrier here. Now if you're lucky, all the penguins will have followed you here, but you can see I'm missing one, so we do have to go back for it. Is this it over here? Yes, it is. All right. So it did follow. There we go. Okay, now it's getting right. One thing of note here with the penguins, if they ever just start moving back and forth and they don't really follow you any further, just get right up next to them, and just basically as long once you touch them again, they usually puts them back on track to following you. You can see, so I have 2 here. When we get around that corner, I like to just bring to the South Pole here the ones that are following me there. And then I'll go back for the others. Because once they reach the South Pole, they will not move again. So you can see that one's not moving. I didn't pay attention. He is stuck by boxes. That's the one thing. The boxes will basically make the penguins get stuck. So you see there, he was not following me. Rubbed up against him, and then he should come to me here again. But yeah, just like the other escort missions, you can see the AI is different, and you just have to know how to work with it. He might be stuck again, so we're going to get right here. And now he should follow me. There we go. And now on to Sub-Zero Hero. I'm going to run up here to our blocks, grab one, get a second, and we're going to make an ice grenade again. Run up to the right here. Going to throw 1 grenade at that snowman head, grab the flamethrower, and start taking out the enemies. That first team there, depending on how fast you are, might only have 1 buddy. So just take them out and then take out the other team. Then we're going to go to the right here and freeze the scientist. Do a little jump there. Hit the Yeti if you need. As we're just going to tap getting freeing the scientists there with the ice. You don't want to do a sustained flamethrower because you might accidentally burn the scientist and then he will run away from you, slowing you down. So we're going to come up here, pay attention, make sure he does not fall off this cliff. He will, and has before. And then you just have to start over, taking him up. Bring him up to your base, and that's the mission. Now for Killiman Scarper. So this time we're just going to immediately head to our destination here. Again, make sure the scientist is following you. Just going to run up to the left here. The enemy's not going to mess with you in the beginning here. We're going to run here. You're going to see this turret. All these automated turrets are set to focus on you. They won't actually go for the doctor at all, so that's good. Want to bring the doctor, get him kind of lined up here to the right side of this pier. Right about there. Going to get down, punch him once, and we can watch him get up to the base. He's going to grab the disc and then run back to you. And we just take him back to our base. If he gets hit like that, he's going to run away. And then look out for you. So you do have to get close to him again. He won't just come back to you normally. Outside of the grabbing the data disk. Up next is Chuck Swahey. Going to be a stealth buddy here. Not that we're going to really make use of him, but the one thing is he's very slow carrying blocks. So we're going to be throwing 4 blocks over to our stacking pad. Make the super buddy. Switch to him. Your other buddy can do whatever. But we're going to teleport here. And just start taking out the enemies. Unfortunately, I helped him make a second buddy. Hopefully he doesn't go in the turret there. Alright, good stuff. Again, if they ever go in the turrets, usually you just start attacking their base, and that will get them to come out. Go through this portal get to the final base. Take out the last couple buddies. And that is the mission. And up next is Chinese Burn. So start, we're quickly going to build ourselves another buddy. Order that buddy to build a ninja, and we're going to jump up to the left here. Light the lantern, hit this button to get the mega crate. Head north with it. As soon as your ninja's built, go ahead and order your team to build a 4-pack rocket. And then start heading towards this top enemy base. Once the base is assured, go ahead and switch to your ninja. Head down to the bottom right enemy base. Order your team to attack the base, so that way your stealth bomber starts taking it out while you get the enemies. It's great if your other teammate here comes near you as a sort of distraction, like happened to me there. If the base isn't gone by the time you are done taking out all the enemies, do make sure to finish it up before you go and clean up the rest of the enemy buddies. Gotta jump up here with the ninja in order to light that lantern. And then we have to light this lantern as well by the top enemy base. But go ahead and take out the rest of the enemies. Occasionally you will have an enemy attacking your base, so if you do see your radar flashing red, go ahead and head over to your base where there will be a buddy attacking it. And up next is Return to Sender. So ignore all the mission text here, none of that matters. We're going to use some AI manipulation to get this done quickly. So we're going to hit the doctor once. We're going to stay behind him and to his left to push him up right. Once we get here, we're going to run past him, get in front of him, push him left. We're going to stay at the top of the map. Once he jumps off, we're going to jump up and over him, and that's going to push him to the enemy base to finish the mission. Now let's say you mess up and you don't quite push him over enough to stay at the top of the map. What happens then? Well, he's going to go through the teleporter, but there is a backup. Same thing here, start, stay behind him to his left, try to quickly get around him and stay to his left here. Try not to get hit too much because we want to get to his right here. Stay around here. He's going to run up and then run into the enemy base from there. Now let's say you're brand new to speedrunning this game. You're having trouble getting this speedrun strat down. I do have a backup of a backup if you'd like to just finish the mission. Grab a taser. We're going to go through the teleporter there. And that's going to give us another Ankh. If you remember, this thing was crazy powerful. But this time, we do have to worry about ammo. But we're just going to take out all the buddies here. Make sure to get all of the team that we're closest to, in this case, orange. And then we're going to run up to the yellow base here. Now, there is this turret, but it will go down quickly with the Ankh. Take out the rest of the team, enemy buddies. Make sure you pick up ammo along the way, and when everyone is gone, head back over to your base. I'm going to pick up some ammo just in case we run into more. But we are going to go up this, go through this waterfall, and that's going to take us to the special vehicle, which is just a Jeep. Drive the Jeep back to our base, the scientists will get in, and then we will just drive to the enemy base, or the yellow base in this case. Research now. I guess if he gets stuck there, just run him over, which is going to move him. Otherwise, don't try to take that shortcut. Go around and go up the steps properly. That's our next boss stage of this game. So to start, we're immediately going to run southeast here towards this base. We're going to hit this button, and then run to the southwest corner of the map. Another button to hit. Then run around, grab the first mega crate. Now you have two options here. If you're good with the scatter bomb, this is probably the better item to use. You can jump and throw the grenades, and you will get more of the turrets all at once. You see, if you can see I'm hitting all 4 of them here, and that's a faster route if you are good with the scatter bombs. If you're not, or once you start taking too much damage and need to run away, go ahead and head to the northeast here. Get this mega crate. Now, I will say, once you take out all 4 turrets, you're going to want to grab this anyway. But if you need, take out that tree for a max health. Take out this tree for an infinite ammo. And then start taking out the rest of the turrets. If you need more ammo, there is max ammo in these trees. And if you need health, you just need to try to run to the crates and destroy them quickly. But do remember, the rocket in this mission, or in this world, does have homing properties. So just shoot even if you don't have a target, and it'll hit something. Once the last turret is gone, we have to finish destroying the base here. Now, if you want to be faster, we want to try to avoid the sentries, but if we want to be safe, we might want to get them in our way and try to take them out. Again, 2 options. Once we destroy the base, there's going to be the real boss that's going to very quickly destroy us. We can go over here and grab a shield. Now, you don't have to do this, but this is the safety route. Once you lock onto the boss, though, we just can shoot from afar. And the rocket should hit him. Now, if he gets stuck, great. If not, we just keep running away and keep shooting. We do not want to get close, because as you see, you lose health very quickly. But just keep jumping, shooting, and the rockets should make their way towards the boss. And to maybe better show where the important items are on this stage, again, this tree in the northeast corner has a pumped up for a full heal. Both these trees that are northwest of the base have gun frenzies in them. This shrine here to the west has a shield. And then the southeast of the base, we have trees with ammo caches in them. And then the buildings and the shrine that are southeast of the base all have shields in them. The shrines being a lot quicker to take out than the buildings. But these are backup shields if you feel the need for them or feel safer to have them when taking out the boss. Now for mission 25, Fumble in the Jungle. So to start here, I like to turn my camera around. We're going to grab a block, place it at the top of this platform, jump on it, jump over. We're going to get to the smallest gap in this river, jump, and immediately get into the stealth area. And go to the enemies here. We're going to slow down here using R1 and start shooting at the enemy. You don't want to get too close, The weapons in this area, they can hit you from pretty far away. And as far as this mission specifically, since we're not building any weapons, your only weapon is this Harrier. And for the 100% route anyway, this Harrier cannot blow up. So you take out one team, and then we're going to head up to the other team's base here. I got lucky, and two of them for some reason went into the Deadly River there. But if that doesn't happen, that is fine. Notice how all the turrets are on you as you get close. So again, you don't want to get too close here. Use R1 to stop, and then try to hit the enemy. If you can't quite get to them, that's fine. Just take out one of the turrets. There you go. And then eventually they will come out to you. Just go a long way around to get to the end, the last enemy here. One thing to note too, for some reason, one of the first team's units might end up at that waterfall. So if you don't take out 4 enemies from the first enemy team, do check that waterfall at the end. Up next is Temple Tantrum. We have a surprisingly easy one here. We're just going to immediately run to the right. Go around this corner. There is a hidden crypto light gun here by that lion. And we're just going to take out the enemies. They only start with 1 buddy each. So we can quickly take out the teams. Usually you can take out 2 of the teams, and then the third one will have built a buddy. If you need to get ammo, the lightning gun on this area in this world does chew through ammo. And up next is Inflammable Cannibals. Start here, we're going to make ourselves a heavy weapon. Going to throw 4 crates over to our stacking pad here, including the blue one. If you're going to get hit by a rocket there, go ahead and jump to get launched forward there. Grab our crypto light gun, go left. We're going to shoot these trees, get whatever ammo you can, and then grab the gun frenzy and head north. To get to the enemy, start shooting. And then if you can get them to follow you, you want to try to put yourself between, or a base between yourself and the enemy. First things first, you do want the enemy to die, but the slowness of this stage comes from taking out the bases. Also, any enemy that does die, go ahead to make sure to grab the ammo that they drop, because you will be running out of ammo. You see, I'm lucky enough here to take out one of the bases completely, so I'm going to use the gun frenzy to start taking out the other. Once you start attacking the base, the buddies of that team should start coming after you. Now you can see I got pretty lucky here with being able to take out both bases this time. If that doesn't happen, that's fine. Once you take out all the enemy buddies, we're going to go left and pretend I don't have this shield. For anyone learning the run, if you want to be a little safe, we can go to this tree here and there's a shield in it. We can grab it and then pick up to be able to get this turret here, or get past the turret safely. Fortunately, I ran out of ammo. I'm going to show you here in these trees. In this first tree to the right, we have a max ammo, and then the tree to the left of that has a gun frenzy, which are items that you can use to refill your ammo and then have the infinite ammo to be able to go back and get the bases if you have not already. But with the shield, we can take out the turret here for safety if you are new to the run. When you free all the generals, you do have to make sure they are all following you. You could see the one up there showing binoculars. That means that they don't see you. So you want to walk up to them, and then they will start following you. And we're going to go to the other side and get the other 3 generals here. You see, I can lock on to the turret here. And then I can start shooting from here. And I will start taking out both the crate and the turret itself. If, like I said, if you want to be safe, you can go ahead and keep shooting until the turret blows up. And then we can free the last general here. Again, I can see that they're all following me, so all 6 of them are on me now. We can start heading back to our base. Now on this stage there are lions, so if you see any nearby, go ahead and just start shooting them to scare them off. Now we want to stay to the left here. The turrets will only shoot rockets at us, but the rockets themselves will switch to the nearest kind of living target, whether that be you, the lions, or a general. So do make sure that they are all tracking you. Head back to the helipad, and all the hostages will follow. And real quick, I'd like to show you a little more normal of a scenario here. So you see I took out all the enemy buddies. Bases are still standing here. I'm going to want to use most of my ammo to start damaging the left base here. Going to get to about 50 ammo here or so. And then from there, we're going to run. You can try to jump over the turret, but he's really good at hitting you. We want to make sure to take out this left tree here, grab the ammo cache, and then, or sorry, the rightmost tree, grab the ammo cache, and then take out the left one and get the gun frenzy. We can then use that to start destroying the enemy bases. Use the gun frenzy out of the first base to take it out, and then grab the gun frenzy out of that one to start taking out the second base. If you still have the gun frenzy from the tree on the far left, you probably just want to start taking out the second base first until your gun frenzy runs out, or until the other one's going to despawn, and then pick up the frenzy out of the base. From there, you can go as normal. We can use a gun frenzy to try to more quickly take out the turrets if you want, and or the crates that the generals are in, or if you want more safety, you can grab the shield out of the base. Next we have In for Pound. Now this is the hardest level to speedrun. It's you against 3 teams that are set to only go after you. We are a stealth unit. The first time we've ever been one. Now, things about stealth units, so they can't see you. They're not going to hit you. And if you are up against an enemy with a weapon there, and you start hitting them, you will take their weapon if the weapon is stronger than yours, and you will take their ammo. Now, you can only take up to a certain amount, but this is a way, and once you are fully maxed out, you do not take any more. So notice how I have a gun, so I should be able to melee him and still take his gun. But if there is a buddy that has grenades, then I cannot take the grenades from them since I have a stronger weapon. Notice how the stealth unit also took their weapon back from me, so do be careful around the stealth units in this stage. Final thing about the stealth aspect of it is it does not work on water. If you touch water, you will be decloaked, so be careful around that. Otherwise, if you need to get away at any point during this stage, while you're attacking or you're just low on health, simply stop shooting and run away until you become stealthy. As soon as you're stealthy, they will stop attacking you and stop going after you. So, a couple of starting strategy ideas for you. If you are learning this run, something you can do is build yourselves a backup buddy there. Just build a buddy, order them to guard the base, keep them out of trouble. Now, the main thing is you want to take out, focus on one team at a time. I find it easiest to try to take out this left team first. So they're going to come here, want to try. When you melee them, you won't deal damage to them, but you will cause them to just stand still. So I like to do this to take anyone's weapons here. So you see these units all have grenades, so I'm able to take all of their grenades. This way, these 3 cyborg units are all fairly not a threat anymore. This middle team should be building themselves a crypto light gun here soon. So I like to wait until it is built. Well, it is taking them quite a while. There it is. So I'm going to steal it, and then I'm going to start attacking this green team. Try to get all of them to follow you here. If they do rebuild the grenades, you can come up here where the grenades will hit all of the kind of debris here in the area, but it won't hit you. So we took out 2 green, and we want to take out the rest. Focus on green. Don't let them rebuild. So I'm going to try to hit both greens to get them to follow me here. Took out a yellow there instead. That's fine. But there's the green. Going to aim for the last one here, and that is 1 team gone. Now you see your base getting attacked. This means there is someone yet trying to attack the base, and your buddy guarding it, luckily, is able to steal a weapon, and or if you want, you can try to use them to steal the weapon. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it there. And at this point, again, if you lost any of your buddies, you can build another backup there. But you can see I took out one of the orange, and another one was very weak, so I'm going to focus on the orange team here now. Again, if you have anyone with lightning grenades, do your best to stay just out of the max range here. They won't attack you, and you can hit them. Main thing is to try to keep up on ammo. If you ever run out of ammo, every tree on this map does have a max ammo. It is a relatively slow way to increase your ammo, but it is the safer way. Otherwise, you can steal ammo from enemies. Now, that is a little dangerous because while you have a weapon and you miss them, you will then expose yourself and will cause some damage. To prevent this, you can wait until you are completely out of ammo and then run up against an enemy to steal their ammo. Otherwise, I can see, I think the orange team is gone here. I see the shadow of 1 stealth unit. Oh, I guess that might be the last orange. And I know I took out at least 1 yellow. I'm not seeing any more rebuild. One's in a tank here. And again, they won't rebuild while they're in a tank. So if you ever see anyone in a tank, they, especially on this map, they like to get stuck there. I was not paying attention to my ammo count. If you are against the tank, you generally do not want to go empty since you can't steal from anyone. But I can grab some ammo and then grab a max ammo out of the tree there, if I had enough to destroy it. Thing of note, again, as you are low on life or ammo, do note that the areas up here by the bases do drop, is where the blue boxes drop, so it's a good place to go, especially for health. Quick thing to note about this map, in case you do fall in or get stuck down here, if you need to go to the other side, you can just go through like the little teleporter there under the bridge. Another little quick thing of note here for this stage. So again, so if I take this light gun, it means I can no longer steal the grenades from these enemies. I could still steal ammo from them, but not grenades. If you do want to go the route of trying to just disarm everybody, you can press circle and square at the same time to get rid of your weapon. Now, unfortunately, as long as you have ammo for it, this means you will shoot, so it will break stealth. But you can use this to get rid of stronger weapons, so you can then re-steal the weaker weapons if that is the route you want to go. Now don't forget, you can also steal up, so if you have a weaker weapon, you can steal a stronger weapon, but you do notice there that if you have a weapon and you attack, it is harder to steal the weapon. So this does mean if you do get something like a grenade and you want to get a light gun, you might be better off just ditching the grenades before trying to steal a light gun. And moving on to the moon, we have Space City. We're going to quickly run to our left. We need just one crate. We're going to make ourselves the basic weapon. Head up here. We're going to destroy 4 structures in the 4 corners of the map. Make sure to jump over the lava. This thing chews through ammo, so make sure to grab the gun frenzy out of that second one. And you want to go to the top right first and go counterclockwise because you want to end up at this bottom right structure last. Reason for that is it has a shield that we're going to use. After taking all 4 of those out, Mega Crate's going to spawn in the middle of the map. It's going to be a UFO, which is basically a fast vehicle with the Ankh power or weapon ability. We're just going to use this to take out all the enemy baddies. There's another situation where you do kind of pay attention to the colors of the team, of the baddies that you are taking out. Because I have had it in the past where I thought I took them all out, and it turns out there was one rebuilding because I had missed them. And up next is Gangstar. So we're going to go down left here, grab this crate, take it to our stacking pad, make ourselves a laser rifle. Head up to the left, take out this red space tree, as I call it. Grab one of the max ammos. We're going to jump and hold the jump button and left, and that'll get us up that little mountain. Head up the teleporter, quickly run left, jump up, and we're going to use the turrets to help us take this first base. Now, I'm going to keep pressing down as pressing and letting go of down to try to get the turrets to help me take out the base there. You can see they kind of follow me depending on my movement, or they kind of auto aim. They lead their shots, so you want to make it so they're always hitting the base. Take out, or the generator. Take out the second one, then we're going to jump up to the third one here. Again, hold jump in this mission whenever you're trying to get up. Same thing here. I'm tapping and letting go of forward for the turrets to help me here. After taking out the third generator, we're going to run back to our base. Just northeast of it is a flying saucer. We're going to take it. Make sure to get out of the way because even though we have a shield, it still takes damage. You don't want it to get destroyed. But then we're going to make sure to take out all the enemies. Again, same thing as last stage. Try to keep track because you don't want to think you took out all the enemies and then you didn't and you lost the 100% here. Another thing of note, as I have had this happen to me before on accident, is when you take out what you believe to be the last buddy, do make sure that their dot on the radar does disappear. If you don't and that dot is still there when you finish the mission, then you won't get the 100%. After that, simply run up to the doctor here. All the turrets will go after you, and either you will take him out or the explosion of your UFO will take him out. And up next is Lava Palaver. So we're going to quickly run to this corner of the map. I like to change my camera angle to help make sure I don't fall into the lava. Jump around. We're going to come up, jump up here, grab the weapon, melee the alien to pick him up. We're going to throw the alien off the edge of the cliff here and then run down. We're going to go left. You should see all the baddies following you here. You want to destroy this tree. We're going to grab this shield and start trying to take out as many baddies as you can. I like to try to make sure to Target the ones that have the heavy weapon here, as they are the most dangerous. And try to get them, the baddies, to hit each other, especially the ones with the grenade there. If they deal enough damage to their the other color team, they will start attacking each other. It's very rare, but something you can try to do there. We're gonna once the shield runs out, start running away, head up, get that touch that teleport node, and then we're gonna get to this blue other blue tree to get the other shield in the level. Start taking out as many baddies as you can. Once they start running away, they should be mostly harmless, or you can see this one here just kind of stopped. He should be okay there for the rest of the level and not attacking you. So if you ever see a baddie stop, you can just leave them alone. I could have probably left that one alone too, but I just wanted to be careful. So after activating the fourth node there, I'm going to run back, get this alien here. We're going to put him on the fan. And then we're going to run down here and grab these aliens that we brought down earlier. Before you ever have to go over any lava with the alien while carrying an alien, you want to drop them and immediately pick them back up. Reason for this: the amount of time you hold the alien before they before you let them go forcefully is random, and it can be very short. And with those aliens specifically, I have dropped them in the lava before. And pick this one up, jump, hold right. And put that one up top. And now we are going to activate all the nodes again. Notice I did put one alien back in the center where you're supposed to put them so they teleport. This means the next time we activate the nodes, they will, that alien there will teleport again. You do not want to put more than one alien in that center area because it can mess up the, basically can mess up the level here. So we do want to jump over here, grab this guy. We're going to jump, put him over here. You can drop him off right there for now. Go back, get this last node. See how it went off and on again because we teleported that alien in the center. So now we can go around and activate all the nodes again. Go back to grab this guy. See how I keep dropping him there. Put him there. Grab the other alien to put him there. Now that we activated and the fourth alien has been teleported, we get a mega crate, so we can grab the flying saucer here. Use it to get the last 3 nodes. Immediately turn around, head back to the teleporter. Jump out, grab the alien, finish the level. And for the final stage here, we have Bossa Nova. So start here, we're going to run up, grab this weapon, jump down, jump over the lakes here. We're going to destroy this little green tree space thing. After that, we run up to the boss. We're going to shoot them until they separate here. Once that all happens, we're going to jump down to the right. All the way to the bottom here, grabbing this weapon. Jump over the lava. We're going to come up here, teleport here. At this point, we have to take out the generators. Now, the boss is going to come at and try to stomp on us. Once we see him coming at us, just jump up and don't move. as long as we stay near the boss here, at this point, he is just going to stay put. At this point, we have to take out all 4 generators. Now, to show what happens if we do move away from him, he's going to stomp on us and take us away from the base there. So at that point, we have to run back around and get back to that point. Now, if he does jump up, we still can jump to avoid him. It's just, it's simpler and safer to just stay near him. But if you do move away, you can still jump to avoid the squish there. But I will say too, if you do get moved away, easiest thing to do would be jump down to the right because of where he drops you off. Go onto that teleporter there, and we're just gonna run past all the turrets there, and run to the teleporters to get back up here. At one point, at which point, when we're up here, he's gonna try to jump on us again. Now, when all 4 generators are destroyed, grab the shield. That's why you want to save that bottom left generator for last. And then you're going to shoot him in 3-round bursts. If you shoot more than 3 rounds at a time, he will break apart, which is a time loss and a waste of the shield. When your shield's about out, jump off, take out that green tree for another shield, and then go back to 3-round bursts. This should give you enough time with the shield in order to take out the enemy. Now, if there's a flashing light warning, we can run away from the boss to avoid that. Now, real quick, I'd like to show you where all the shields are, that just in case you need any as a backup, either for the beginning to help you back to the structure for the generators, or in the end when you are trying to take out the boss's health. So by the start here, again, we have this first one that I primarily use to actually take out the boss. But if that one runs out, we can run east, and there is this tree here. Now you'll notice they are all in green trees, but not all the green trees have shields. From that point, we have this green tree here. And then we have the green tree here by this turret right before we teleport to the generators. And then the last one here is this green tree south or to the east of this 4 generator pack. Now those are all the shields in this stage outside of the one in this southwest generator as well.